Hey, what's up, guys? I'm back for another deck profile here. Now, a couple people were asking me for like a Melffy Tri-Brigade list, and this happened like a while ago too. And I saw a couple comments about it, and I was just like, "Hey, dude, that's cool." I actually wanted to play them myself because I got some Europrint Melffy stuff, and I got a Europrint like Alpha and all that shit. So, yeah, guys. Without further ado, let's just go right on into it. So this is the Tri-Brigade Melffys. And obviously the Behemoth, King of All Animals. This card, I used to actually play this when I was younger in a beast deck with Rescue Cat and stuff. So this takes me back. I'm going to use this as my field center. But yeah, guys. So, all right. Three Rescue Cat. This is my Italian ones, the Dusa ones, because nobody wants to be reasonable about Turbo Pack ones. But obviously, this card got errated. This is my Italian, the Gatto di Soccorso. It's a tribute off the board. It's supposed to summon 2 level 3 or lower beast monsters. Their effects are negated. That's the errata. Sweet. I really just hate that card got errated. It's one of my favorite cards of all time. But anyways. And then for the Melffy engine, I'm actually only playing 2 Melffy Puppy and 2 Melffy Caddy. So you can say it on here, babe. So Melffy Puppy, he during your end phase, you can special summon it from your hand, and if your opponent summons a monster or attacks, you can return it to your hand, and then special summon a level 2 beast from your deck. So. And then Caddy, same thing. During your end phase, you can special summon this card from your hand. If your opponent summons or attacks, you can return it to your hand and then add a beast from your deck to your hand. The only reason I play 2 of these, I've been playtesting since Tuesday. The only reason I'm playing 2 of each of these is because if I lose the die roll, these cards just become dead, so I don't want to draw them, because if they already go first and then build their board, I go second, and I'm drawing this, and this is in my hand, I have to wait until my end phase to play it, unless I normal summon it, which isn't even great, so you're already behind. Also, it's searchable by Melffy of the Forest, so that's just my take on the card. So, and then 3 Tri-Brigade, Fractal. This card's the best one. Beast Warrior. You can send it from hand or field to graveyard to send a level 3 or lower beast from deck to graveyard. Beast Warrior, Winged Beast. And then it has the same effect of all the Tri-Brigades. I'm only going to say this once. While it's on the board, you can banish X amount of Beast Warrior, Winged Beast from your graveyard. So if you banish 3, you can summon a Link 3 Beast Warrior, Winged Beast from your extra deck. So the math, you know what I mean. So also, their stipulation is that if you use that effect, you can only use Beast Warrior, Winged Beast monsters as link material for the rest of the turn. So, and then two Tri-Brigade kit. This one's slowly becoming my favorite out of them, except Cuirass. But this one, whenever it's sent to graveyard, it just sends a Tri-Brigade card from deck to graveyard. It also has the banish to summon link monster. You know what I mean? Like I just stated with Fractal. So. Also, 3 Nerval. I love this card, dude. This card's absolutely insane. So, whenever it's sent to graveyard, it adds a Tri-Brigade monster from deck to hand. And there's if you guys play this deck or whatever, you guys know Lancia is in the format. This deck is kind of very susceptible to Lancia. So, I actually have 2 combo videos I'm going to show at the end of this. Where you play around what cards you have to add to play around Lancia, so to still make the similar and stuff. So, and then 2 Cuirass. I think this one is this one's one of the most versatile. It's kind of like the bridge between the 2 of the Melffys and the whatever, because it's a level 2 beast. You can discard a Beast Warrior, Winged Beast, special summon a card from your hand. And then it does the same thing where it banishes X amount to summon a Beast Warrior, Winged Beast. Link X amount. So this card's just absolutely absurd. And then 2 Calantosa. I still stuck with 2 of these because once you draw 1, I feel like it kind of turns off the Joyous Melffy play. But that's only if you don't open. If you open, I don't know. It's a whole thing. But testing with this card, if it's special summon by a beast, it pops a card. So essentially turns your Joyous Melffys into a Dryden of Swords. So, and then the only hand trap I play is 3DD Crow. This card just goes hand in hand with the deck. Obviously, you can banish this from your graveyard for the Tri-Brigade monsters to make the link materials and stuff. Also, like, sometimes you'll get ashed when you start playing or whatever, and you'll just discard this to banish the ash to put another material in your graveyard, because people that play against Tri-Brigades know that you have to kind of moderate their graveyard. Even if you have Lancia, sometimes it's rough, but sometimes Lancia does do the job. But also, I'm playing a small danger package. I haven't seen people play this for some reason, but so you can stay down here, babe, for a second. I'm only playing these three. One Jackalope. This is a beast, so sometimes you'll discard this with Caress, and then this will still trigger to summon one from deck. One Thunderbird. Great going second, also Winged Beast, so you can make the Samorg without actually having to banish from your graveyard. And then one Bigfoot. This card's just absolutely insane. Big powerhouse, great going second, and it gets protected by Melffy's Hide and Seek, just like Jackalope does, even though you usually link it off. But and then for the win cards that go with the Samorg, obviously the Barrier Statue, everyone knows what this card does. You can only special summon win monsters, and then the Apex Avion. This is your turn 3 play. So if ideally you want to win the die roll, and then go first, build your board, and then I'll show you the card that you always want to have. That's why I played 6 of it. You are kind of like the Infinitrack deck, where your turn 3 is your win shot, your game shot, or you can go second and still game shot. But this is what you get. You go first with the Samorg, summon this, and then if they can't break your board on their end phase, the Samorg will still trigger because it's during the end phase, and they'll summon this. So it just kind of ensues game. That's why it's a risk worth taking to play that. And then for the spells, three Tenki. The one thing that's cool about this is I actually played against Stun a few times this week. You can stay down here, babe. And since Tenki searches Fractal, you can actually play Tenki, search Fractal, normal summon Fractal. It's 2,000 because of the 100 boost from Tenki, and you can just crash it into a Spectre order and then try and play. So that does come up. So just a neat little trick to play. And then the Obedience School, obviously, if you control no monsters, plus summon three beasts, level 2 or lower from your deck. And then their effects are negated, they die during the end phase, and after this card resolves, you are locked into Beast that turn. Basically, if you draw this card, you just kind of wall up with the Melffy engine, so I'm not mad at it, but I think it's very good for consistency, just because it's like a powerhouse, and a lot of the time it gets stopped, and you're just like, alright, that's fine, because it has to resolve, so. And then I'm playing 42 cards, and these were the 41st and 42nd card. Everyone knows what Pot of Prosperity is. I just think this card's really good. I haven't been a fan with 3s of it. Sometimes I'll banish 3 from my extra for this, and then reveal 3, and it's 2 of these, and then just another card, and I'm just like, yep, just playing 2. So I think that's correct. Some people think it's not correct, and that's okay. But anyways, and then for the other spells, Melffy Hide and Seek. This card's absolutely absurd. It's searchable with Melffy's of the Forest. Well, as cards on the board, any beast that would be destroyed is not destroyed once. So by battle or card effect. Also, since it's a continuous spell, it shuffles 3 beasts from your graveyard into your deck with different names, and then you draw a card. It seems counterproductive, but I'll explain this card a little bit more. This card's really good. Also, you can actually draw this with the Danger Bigfoot, and you can actually set this and then reveal it against Dragoons. You'll reveal Bigfoot. Bigfoot will summon if they don't negate it for some reason. And then you'll just activate this. They'll read it, and they have to negate this with Dragoons. Otherwise, you're going to crash Bigfoot into Dragoons. And, so this card's just very insane. So, and then one Harpy's Feather Duster. This card is just, it's actually searchable in the deck, which I'll show you in a second. And then I'm playing 3 Trap Trick. Everyone knows what this card does. Banish normal trap, set it, and you can activate that. And the only other trap you can activate for the rest of the turn is the card you set by that effect. That's why I'm playing two Revolt. I lost so many die rolls this week, and this card was kind of like weighing me down, and like the Trap Trick card actually kind of gets you there because of the other trap you're playing. But this just summons X amount of Winged Beast Warriors from your banished or graveyard, and then immediately link summons into a Tri-Brigade monster. It's basically for the Ominous Omen, which is just a free banish. But this is the main card of the deck is the Harpy's Feather Storm. So I want to talk about this card for a second. This is absolutely just fucking. I was playing Solemn Strike and not even playing Trap Trick during Tuesday when I started testing this deck, and then I reread this and I was like, oh, this is the best fucking trap card ever printed. Like it's so fucking good. It's like if you have a Winged Beast, your opponent, it negates all of your opponent's activated monsters effects until the end of the turn. Okay, right there, insane. If you control a Harpy monster, you can just play this card from your hand. Okay, insane. As you know, the Tri-Brigades, they make they can make Harpy, Harpy Link too, which I'll show you. And then if this card is destroyed, it adds Harpy's Feather Duster from your deck to your hand. So, anyways. And then for the extra deck, the Melffy's of the Forest. So this card is detach one, add any Melffy card from your deck to your hand. So you get a Hide and Seek, Caddy, dog, Puppy, and then if a Melffy card is bounced from your board to the hand, you can target a monster your opponent controls, negate its effect, and it can't attack while it's face up that turn. So, and then one Joyous Melffy's. This card's absolutely ridiculous. This is the detach one. All Melffy's you control can attack directly that turn. Also, if Also, you can target a rank 2 beast, Exceed, put it back in your extra deck, and then summon their materials back. So these kind of go hand in hand because you want to make this with the Kalantosa, and then the Kalantosa will summon back, and then it'll snipe a card. So, but also this card, since it can attack directly, it's kind of why you play the Zeus. Zeus is just very, very good. So, and then for the links, so during the week, I was like. I played one Almirage, but I was like, during the week, I was like, yo, like, I have hands where it's like, I have Kit or I have like Nerval, and that's like it, with traps or spells or whatever. So like, you can summon the Nerval, make this, Nerval will add Fractal or Keras or however your hand looks, you know what I mean? And then sometimes also, depending on what your hand looks like, you can actually make the, you'll special the, Keras without actually normal summoning, and then you can normal summon the Nerval or the Kid, and then you'll make this after you make the Samorg to protect the Samorg. So this card's actually really good. And then the one Gravity Controller. This card's absolutely just absurd too. Sometimes this goes with the Melffy's of the Forest. You can stay down here, babe. So basically, the main thing with this, obviously, in its utility, is just like sometimes you'll search the Melffy's Hide and Seek with this, and then the Kit will dump a Nerval to add Keras, and then you'll make this in the extra monster zone. You see this, babe? Mm-hmm. You'll make this in the extra monster zone, and then you'll link this and the Kalantosa or the material off for this to put 3 beasts with different names in your graveyard, and then you play the Hide and Seek, draw a card. Sometimes that comes up just to see how far you can go. And then I do play 2 Fairy Jet. Since I played the Obedience School, I feel like this card was necessary. This card is very good. During the main phase, you can special summon a Beast Warrior, Winged Beast from your hand. And also, if this card leaves the board, you can draw a card and put one on the bottom of your deck. So that's very good. Also, it's a Beast, so it plays into the Melffy's Hide and Seek. And then this is the Harpy Conductor. This is the one that, lets this card go off from your hand. Because people that don't know how to play against Tri-Brigades will just let you summon this. Like, they'll be like, hey, dude, my hand's full. And, they'll let you get to that point, and then you just play this. And they just are like, oh, dude, sick. Also, it just lets you go into the Samorg without actually having to banish. Because Lancia is a problem for this deck, but I'm going to show you 2 combos at the end. One that plays around Lancia. But there's 2 cards that you need for it, so... When the Ancient Warrior deals while this card's face up, all Ancient Warriors gain 500. When this card is link summoned, you can add an Ancient Warrior card from your deck to your hand. I actually did play, on Tuesday, I played the one Ancient Warriors that's like, it does something if your opponent has more monsters than you can special summon it, whatever. The card sucks, I took it out. But also, quick effect, you can send one card from your hand over the board to the graveyard and bounce a card. So, the card's absolutely ridiculous. So. And then the Nightmare Phoenix, that's pretty standard. I also forgot to mention that the Tri-Brigades, they all have that effect where, like, if you use their effect to link summon, you can only use Beast, Beast Warrior, and Winged Beast as materials for the rest of the turn. I don't remember if I said that or not, but I have to say it because somebody will be like, hey, dude, and I'll be like, sick. And then the Simorg, obviously this card is just the fucking pew, pew. That's just the, I'm not going to read Simorg effect because it just doesn't matter, but during the end phase, you can summon a Winged Beast monster from your hand or deck equal to or less than the number of unused spell and trap card zones on the board. This card cannot be used as link material. So. And then one of these, this card I'm not a huge fan of. I still play it right now. You could not play this if you wanted to. A lot of the time I banish it for prosperity, so, you know, take it how you will, but during your opponent's turn, you can supposed to summon a Beast, Beast Warrior, Winged Beast from your hand. Its effects are negated, it returns to your hand at the end of the turn, and then if this card leaves the board, all your opponent's monsters lose attack for the different types of monster types you control times 300. This card's not really good, but not really insane, but it does come up just to make the access code. It's literally just, you know, so. Then I play one Doom Eagle. This card's, it's only come up a few times, but it gets huge. This card's 2,400 attack, but if your opponent has no monsters in their graveyard, it becomes 4,800 attack, gains 2,400. And then once per turn, it can banish a monster from your opponent's graveyard. So this card's good. When it comes up and when it's needed, it's insane. But sometimes I banish it off for prosperity. So. And then one Ominous Omen. This card, if it is summoned or a Beast, Beast Warrior, Winged Beast is summoned, banishes a card in your opponent's board non-targeting. Also, this card is sent to the graveyard. It adds a Beast, Beast Warrior, Winged Beast from your deck to your hand equal to the number of banished Beast, Beast Warrior, Winged Beast monsters times the level. So. And then the Access Code Talker. So this card is just kind of just the game. The card is absolutely ridiculous. So I'm going to show you a quick one card combo, and then I'm actually going to set. Let's see, we'll just do this and this. Then I'll be. So I'm going to show you a one card combo real quick, and then I'm going to show you what you need to play around Lancia. So, babe, can you see this down here? Mm-hmm. All right, so this will be field center, okay? Because we actually have zones this time, right? So all you need is Rescue Cat. You see this, babe?
Yep.
You got this area?
Yep.
Because I'm gonna summon up here, okay?
Yep.
All right. So you just normal summon Rescue Cat. Tribute Rescue Cat. It's graveyard down here. You'll activate effect, and you will summon the Kit and the Galantosa, okay? Okay, and then you'll link these two. I'm sorry, not link. Jesus, exceed these two to there's Melffy's in the forest. There's Melffy's the okay. Melffy's in the forest. Okay. You'll attach from this. Attach the kit. You can add a Melffy card from your deck to your hand. So you just add whatever, Puffy or Caddy or whatever. So let's add Caddy. Okay, and the kit will activate and send a Tri-Brigade card from your deck to your graveyard. Send Nerval. Nerval will add the Caress. That's another reason I feel like I don't need 3 Caress, because it's super searchable. So then you'll reveal the Caress. This is part of the Caddy that you searched off the Melffy's of the Forest. Okay, and then you'll banish 1, 2, 3. This is banished down here. Can you still see this, babe?
Yeah.
Alright, so you banish 3. Some more. then we'll just go to end phase, and you'll summon the old barrier statue. So, just off of the Rescue Cat, you got all this. And then if your opponent can't break this for it, also you still have 4 cards in hand. This is like the point I want to, point out, because it's like, oh, dude, like that's not that good, but you still have 4 cards in hand to play with. This is always the card you want to have, though. You always want to search this some way, like, prosperity, however, you always want to see this trap trick, etc. Because you can just, like, if you had this, you could just set it, and then as soon as they start playing, you just be like, hey, dude, see you later, and then it puts you into the 3rd turn, and the end phase, this will summon the, depending if they're setting cards, this would summon this, and then you're just in game shot range, so. And then one thing I do want to show you is how to play around the Lancia, just real quick. What you need is the, take 1 card away from this, to not lose the hand, this is what you're going to need. So, like, that's why, like, you play 3 Nerval, because you always want to see this. Also, the Samorg can always summon this if you need it, whatever. So, to play around Lancia, normal summon Cat, activate Cat, summon this and the Calatosa, okay? And let's say they fucking Lancia, because they're like, oh, dude, Tri-Brigades, I'm not going to get fucked by this. They Lancia you here, so you're like, okay, cool. And then you link 2 of these into the Fairy Jet. You still see that, babe?
Mm-hmm.
Then Kid will activate, send 1 to graveyard. This is the point where, like, it doesn't really matter what you send. Like, you can send Nerval and then see if they ash it or whatever, just to see what's going on. If they don't, you'd probably add this, the Harass, and then you'd use the Fairy Jet special summon, and then you link these 2 away into the Smorg, and then the Fairy Jet will activate. You'll draw a card, put 1 card you drew back on the bottom of your deck, so you have an extra card to play with, and then you still made it to Samorg even if you get Lancia. So, because the end phase, so something playing around Mech Knight, so we won't put it there. But yeah, guys, so I don't know, I really like this deck. I do want to show a quick couple honorable mentions real quick, and just something to talk about with this. Also, you could play the another Ominous Omen. This card's come up quite a few times, as a 2 of, but I cut the Revolt down to 2 instead of 3, so, take it how you will, trap trick. The Alpha was, like, good. I would have actually made it if I knew how many die rolls I was actually going to lose while playing this week. But this card's good. I would probably side deck the piss out of this, so. And then these 2, these 3, you could play more of these if you want to. I wouldn't play more caddies, I would just play more puppies, but it's also, however you want to do it. Also, I'm going to keep the kit right here, because I always also play, like, more dangers, just because if you draw the kit and then you have more dangers, you can discard the kit, off the danger, draw a card, and then kits, and then Nerval, add the Harass. The Nessie just was never necessary, because it's not a Beast Warrior Winged Beast, so it just doesn't come in handy. There's the Caddy, that's just in there. There's the other Revolt. The Foolish Burial gets you to Foolish Burial is like, hey dude, Foolish Kit will dump Nerval will add Harass, you summon Harass, banish the 2 to get the Ancient Warrior link. So this basically gets you a Harass and an Ancient Warrior link bounce. So it's just, like, however you want to play it. And then 1 for 1 for the Harass, the Nerval. This card's very good. I just didn't opt to play it. So, and the last thing I want to talk about real quick was the this continuous spell. Nobody's playing this. And I want to put this out here just because, so what this card does is you discard a Beast Warrior, or a Winged Beast. You can say it on here, and then you add a Tri-Brigade monster with the opposite typing. Like if you discard a Beast, you could add a Beast Warrior, or Winged Beast. Also, while this card is continuous and it's face up, you can only summon Beast Warrior, or Winged Beast from your extra deck. So I was thinking about playing like a heavier Bigfoot lineup, because you could play this, discard a Bigfoot to add a ya boy. Jesus, where's he at? The Fractal. So like I was saying, you play this, discard Bigfoot, add Fractal because it's a Beast Warrior and you're discarding your Beast. Then the Bigfoot would pop this, so now you can access anything. It's just an easier way to get to your Fractal because you always want to see this card all the time. So either way, guys, that's pretty much all I got for you this week. Next week, I do have some weird stuff I'm tinkering with. So we'll see what I come up with. I got the cubic Lich, all the fucking, weird shit. Might be some pendulum. You never know. Maybe even DDDs. I've been wanting to profile DDDs for a while, but anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Cheers.